Welcome back to Wrestle News Mania. WWE Raw stormed into Providence, Rhode Island's Amica Mutual Pavilion, just days before Saturday night's main event. Headlined by a first-time clash between Seth Rollins and Penta, this show delivered intense matches and heated promos. Smash that like, comment, share, and subscribe, and let's dive into the action. Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker, Bronson Reed, and Paul Heyman kick off Raw. Seth Rollins, joined by Paul Heyman, Bron Breakker, and Bronson Reed, opened Raw with a fiery promo. Breakker and Reed hyped their matches against Sami Zayn and Jey Uso, while Heyman declared their faction's dominance, vowing to crush LA Knight at SNME. A subtle nod and Heyman's direct mention of Roman Reigns teased the OTC's return, likely for SummerSlam. This straightforward segment set the night's tone, planting seeds for major feuds while keeping the heel faction's heat strong. Sami Zayn vs. Bron Breakker. Sami Zayn, still reeling from Karrion Kross rib attack last week, was ambushed by Kross again before facing Bron Breakker. Despite medics' protests, Zayn's babyface fire drove him to compete. Breakker toyed with him early, but Zayn's explosive clothesline sparked a comeback. Breakker's relentless super spears, one outside, one in, sealed the win, leaving Zayn battered. This match built sympathy for Zayn and heat for Kross and Breakker, with fans on X praising Zayn's grit but questioning his overpunishment. Jey Uso vs. Bronson Reed. Jey Uso, the megastar world heavyweight champion, faced Bronson Reed in a short but electric bout. Reed wasn't chasing a win, he wanted destruction. He launched a steel chair at Uso, drawing a disqualification, then unleashed multiple tsunamis, leaving Uso unable to walk out. This brutal display cemented Reed's role in Rollins' faction, but fans on X noted the babyfaces need a counter soon, with Punk or Reigns as likely saviors. Uso's star power kept the crowd roaring despite the loss. Dragon Lee vs. El Grande Americano. Dragon Lee took on El Grande Americano, Ludwig Kaiser under the mask, in a solid back-and-forth match. Lee's high-flying offense, including a dive over the ropes, had momentum, but commentary's focus on Kaiser's identity distracted from the action. Americano's loaded mask headbutt secured the win, leaning into the comedic heel persona. While Kaiser's German-accented Spanish added humor, fans on X felt Lee deserved more TV time to shine against Raw's stacked roster. Penta vs. Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins faced Penta in a first-time main event banger. Both men traded near falls, with Penta's Mexican destroyer off a buckle bomb stunning Rollins. A questionable headbutt to Penta's groin let Rollins steal the win with a stomp. Post-match, LA Knight ambushed Rollins with blunt force trauma, standing tall for SNME. The crowd's wild reactions and Rollins' welts showed the match's intensity, with X-fans praising Penta's main event credibility and Knight's star-making moment. Goldberg attacks Gunther. Gunther stood tall in the ring and issued a bold challenge, declaring he would defend his World Heavyweight Championship against none other than Goldberg. He mocked the Hall of Famer for staying silent while Gunther openly disrespected him, suggesting that Goldberg's lack of response could only mean one thing: fear. Moments later, a vintage red muscle car rolled into the arena. Out stepped Goldberg, looking focused and fired up. He stormed to the ring without saying a word and dropped Gunther with a heavy right hand. As he prepared to deliver a thunderous spear, Gunther quickly rolled out of the ring, dodging disaster for now. Now that we've recapped the show, let's look into the up, the down, and the ugly, and wrap it up. The up. Penta Rollins fire. The main event was a physical, crowd-pleasing classic, with Penta's destroyer and Rollins' grit earning X praise. Knight's post-match attack hyped SNME perfectly. The only concern, Penta momentum that is being affected with too many losses. Goldberg's aura, Goldberg's brief but impactful interruption, flooring Gunther, popped the Providence crowd huge. It built SNME hype without overexposing the match, as fans on X noted. This is great storyline as it didn't expose Goldberg's lack of performance in ring. Zayn's babyface grit, Zayn's refusal to quit despite cross attack and Breakker's spears made him a sympathetic hero. His timing and fire, lauded on X, keep his story compelling. With this momentum, Bron could be the next dominant Brock Lesnar of modern era that could carry the company into the future. The down. Reed's overdominance, Reed's destruction of Uso, while impactful, risked making the babyfaces look too weak. X fans want a stronger counter from Punk or others at SNME. Americano's distraction, Kaiser's comedic El Grande Americano gimmick entertained, but commentary's focus on his identity overshadowed Dragon Lee's performance, frustrating fans on X. WWE knows what they are doing with El Grande, but the execution is questionable at this stage. Zayn's spread-thin story, Zayn's loss to Breakker, combined with cross attack, continues his overpunished arc. It builds sympathy but needs a payoff soon, per X reactions. The ugly. Faction overexposure, Rollins' group appearing in 3 segments, opener, Zayn's match, main event, felt excessive, as the Source and X fans noted, risking fan fatigue before SNME. Penta's cheap loss. The groin headbutt finish in the main event cheapened Penta's effort, with ex-fans calling it lazy booking that undercut his main event push. Evolution's weak hype. With Evolution days away, Raw's minimal focus on the women's PLE, just a video package for Ripley Sky, felt like a missed opportunity, echoed by ex-complaints. Wrapping it up. What a night, Newsmania fans. Penta and Rollins tore it up, Goldberg stunned Gunther, and Reed's rampage shook Uso, but the heel faction's grip is tightening. Can Knight topple Rollins at SNME? Will Reigns crash the party? Drop your predictions below. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll catch you for Saturday night's main event and Evolution Fallout. Till then, take care, and we are gonna see you next with more WWE shows recap. Stay locked in Wrestle News Maniacs.